So, we all use our senses to understand things in this world, but imagine knowing how and why we understand these things. My name is Sam Gambatis, and today I'm going to be talking to you about perception and communication. Now, why would anybody want to hear about perception? Well, the reason being is that according to communication mosaics, there's a psychological process that everything in the world is interpreted and understood. Now, to help you, the listener, understand what I mean, I'm going to introduce to you 4 factors about perception that will help you understand why we understand what we see and what we hear. So the first factor is about our culture. The 4 factors are our psychology, past experiences, culture, and present feelings. So to explain the psychology part of it, let's just say you're walking up to someone on the street. That person is a young, maybe it could be a female, they just look approachable. Then you'll be more comfortable around them. You can approach them. Let's just say it's someone who's scary looking. You're not going to want to approach them. So that's kind of the psychology of how we work things out. Now, to explain the past experiences, we perceive things differently. Every person does. And say someone had something, a very traumatizing experience early in their life. If something comes about that, makes them recollect and remember it, it's going to bring about, not good feelings, and you can think about every which, scenario you can think of. But it also stems as early, as waking up on the wrong side of the bed. The famous saying, if you do that, you're not going to have as good a day. So these past experiences, they can be, from very early on in someone's life or something that happened earlier that day. Now, the third factor is the culture. Now, what we do is people to people, we create a paradigm between people. So, if you grew up with certain kind of people, you're going to be more comfortable around these certain kind of people, whether it's the way they look or how they act. It can be tangible or not tangible the way you see them. It's just how we, react and how we feel given the first time being around certain people. And the last one the last factor that's going to influence perception on someone is your present feeling. Now, the easiest way to describe this is a test that was done by I need to look it up. This test involved pretzels and water. Now, what happened was half the subjects were given a bunch of pretzels, as many as they wanted, and half of them weren't. A glass of water was placed at the same exact spot on these tables in front of people. These glasses of water actually seemed a lot closer to the people that just ate the pretzels. Therefore, they were thirstier, wanted the water. It physically looked like it was closer to them than the people that were farther away. So I hope that these 4 factors have given you good knowledge about your perception and the way we understand things, and I hope that'll help you realize that this is it's the way that we see and interpret and understand things. So thank you. Have a great day.
Do I need to talk?
Yeah.
I don't really know how to do this. You didn't hit 4 minutes.
Dang, really?
Yeah. So do that, and then just find out that
The test.
that name, yeah.
Thanks, Danielle.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What I hit 3 what?